Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Gonna apologize first and foremost for the raspy sounding voice. I think I'm a little under the weather, caught a little cold, but colds are no big deal, still can work. We're out here at the GSX, and as you can see, it's still up on some jack stands. And if you've been following along the channel, then you probably know that we still have to throw in our downstream oxygen sensor. So that's what we're gonna do today. I want to get this thing off of these jack stands and take it for a drive now that we finally got a nice leak-free exhaust for the first time in my ownership of this vehicle. We're gonna double check and make sure that the turbo's boosting correctly. We're gonna run it down the road, listen to the sounds it makes, just check for overall performance. I want to make sure everything is nice and solid with this. I want to make sure that nothing rattles and bounces around and bangs on the underbody of the car from the new pipes, being that they're such a bigger diameter. Make sure that there's no leaks up front. I'm pretty sure that it's all solid. We're still going to double check. Never hurts to go back through and make sure everything works. We're going to give it a little rip down the road and get the rust off these rotors. She's been sitting here for quite a while, so it's time. But first I'm going to rake out this little area, make a nice little work pad for myself, and there's something else that I'm going to be working on today that I think you might see in one of the next videos. But first, let's get this thing figured out here, get this sensor done, and get it back on the road. It's time to go for a drive. So let's get at it. Alright guys, so forgive me again for this horrible sounding voice. But again, today we're replacing that little dangling down wire, which is supposed to be a sensor, with our happy new Walker replacement. As you can see, there is a rubber piece right here on the side of the wiring harness here, and that actually plugs into the bottom of the body of the car, and you have to go up here and fish this piece through, which is actually in your center console here on the driver's side. So I'm going to show you guys what you got to do to get this thing replaced, and it's pretty simple. First thing you want to do is make sure your seat is all the way back. You're going to want to take out that screw there, and you should carefully be able to pull this panel out so you can expose some of the wiring. So I'm going to go ahead and take out that front screw real fast and see you guys in a second. Okay, so with a little bit of persuasion, you pull out the screw that goes into that bracket and the other screw that goes in that little ear right in the center of the screen there. And I'm missing one, but I've got some clips in the center console I got to replace. So anyway, with a little bit of persuasion, you can get this little piece of plastic out. Now we're going to set this thing off to the side for right now. So from down here on the driver's side, I'm missing one, but if you look up in the front behind your pedals, there should be a clip there and another black clip right there. And if you see, it's slotted for a flathead. So we're going to take those out, and that's going to allow us to, let me zoom back out here, pull this carpet back and fold it out of the way so that we can expose the hole and the harness. One of these plugs right down here, I believe it's that black one you can see on the other side of the wire, is going to be the one for the O2 sensor. So we're going to peel this carpet back out of the way after we get those couple plugs unscrewed back there, and give us some access. Alright, so we got the carpet so we can pull it back. Excuse me there. We're also man, sorry guys, I'm just losing the voice slower or quicker and quicker, it seems. Alright, so over here you got your electric motor for your seat. We're gonna take out this 14 mil and the other 14 mil on the other side there. Alright, so after you get the 2 bolts in the front pulled out, we're gonna just take this whole seat right out because it doesn't look like it wants to budge unless we do so. So we're also going to remove these 2 14s in the back. Once those are out, we're going to unplug the one plug in the front of the harness here for the electric seats, and we should be able to pull this thing right out and get to our sensor so we can properly swap it out. Okay, now that we've gotten all the bolts pulled out of the seat, there are 2 plugs right here that you have to disconnect. One here and a smaller one next to it, and these are what control your electronic motors to let your seat go forward and back. If you still have the stock seats, you're going to definitely want to take those apart carefully and maintain your clips. Looks like whoever had taken this one off before had put some electrical tape on it to keep it to stick together. The clip seems fine, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe it was just to help hold it together. So what we're going to do next is pull this seat out of here and get down to the plug that holds our O2 sensor. Alright, now once you get here, there's a little three-sided plug holding the little stopper in so you don't get water underneath through your floorboard here. You just push it out the bottom. There's three little tabs. Squeeze them together and push it out. And then your old sensor should be right there on the ground. Look at that. Let me grab her. I want to reach. Yeah, right there. This one only had two on it, unfortunately. But those are the little tabs. You just push them in and you slide this out the bottom. So we're going to take a look at our new sensor. And it doesn't look like it has the tabs. It looks like it just pushes up through and holds itself in there. Now's the fun part. We get to crawl up underneath the car and push this up through so we can catch it through the hole. Let's get it. Alright, so now we've got our sensor. Trying to not get her too dirty over here. A wrench that it fits, and this one happens to be a 7/8 box. Let's go under here and see if we can get this puppy in. Alright, here, let me get the light over here so you guys can see a little. Okay, so if you look, that's the hole, and that's the new O2 sensor bung. So we're going to take this plug out, we're going to screw in our new sensor, and then we're going to push the wiring up through there. It's pretty simple, so I'm not going to record myself screwing this in, guys. A little awkward under here too. But there you have it. I'll see you on the top side. Alright, something else I wanted to show you real fast from the underside. You just got to push that little black rubber piece in, and it plugs that hole up nice and solid, so you don't need to save anything from the old system. Just throw the old harness and the old plug and the old little thing out, the white ring that goes in there, but that's what she looks like. So now we gotta get up there, put everything back together. Yeah, I'll see you topside. I'm getting the hell out of here. Okay guys, we are back topside. There's our new plug. That plug went pretty good through the bottom of the car there. It's nice and tight. And we just became 1 cent richer. There's a penny. Oh my god. And it's heads up. That's a good thing. So this plug goes into this plug, and then we're going to throw everything back together in here, start her up, clear our engine codes, and hopefully get this thing off of the jack stands today. Alright guys, we've got our 2 bolts up front, our 2 bolts in the back of the seat put in. We plugged in our new O2 sensor, buttoned everything back up the way it's supposed to be. Now we're gonna hop in the car, and I just wanted to show you guys. Let's see. Let's fire her up. We do have a check engine light, so we're gonna plug in our little reader. Once that thing's plugged in, we're gonna clear the code, see if it comes back, and if not, we're all set. Alright guys, I just threw the OBD2 scanner on and cleared the fault codes, and we were getting one of the O2 sensor heater circuit, I don't know what it was, I can't remember the numbers, but it was a P something something something. That helps nobody. Anyway, it's cleared off. Our O2 sensor's fixed. Our new one is in. Everything's put back together. Let's start her up again. Alright. She sounds healthy. I'll tell you what, this exhaust is extremely loud compared to the last one. Alright, well, the prime objective of the day, getting the O2 sensor replaced so we can get this thing up off these jack stands. Consider it complete. It was a success. So that, my friends, is how you replace your downstream O2 sensor on your 2G DSM. It wasn't too bad at all. Now that we've got that finished, we're going to work on the next big fun project. Alright guys, that is it. So if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to stay tuned for more fun from the channel, definitely subscribe. I love interacting with all of my fellow DSMers. If you guys have any questions or want any information or breakdowns, parts lists, whatever you've seen here, feel free to email us at todaysprojectguide@gmail.com. And as always, take care, have a great day. We will talk to you guys soon from Today's Project Guide.